Greetings, I'm Matt.
And I'm Vince. How you doing?
And we're here for the Vintage Clinic today looking at a voltage regulator and charging system of Vince's 46 Dodge. What do we have going on today?
We have a generator that failed, at least I thought it failed several weeks ago. I wasn't noticing any charging at the meter on the dash, and I assumed that the generator had failed. In the process of pulling the generator, we replaced the brushes and the rear bearing, and I've reinstalled it on the car, only to realize that I wasn't being able to polarize it through the voltage regulator. And that's where my good buddy Matt and his electrical expertise comes into the picture.
So as Vince said, we have a generator that we know is good on the bench, but we think the problem is in our voltage regulator. So come on close, we'll show you the guts of a voltage regulator. Now, voltage regulator is really comprised of three different solenoids. You have your cutout switch, your voltage regulator, and your current regulator. The one we're going to be focusing on today is the cutout switch. It is the only one that is in a normally open position. What this does is it's normally open until you turn the key on, which will activate the solenoid and bring the points down to complete the circuit. The reason this goes off when you shut off the car is if it didn't, you would back charge the system and drain your battery. So what this basically does is it draws in to allow current to flow from the battery to the generator. So we're going to take a look, take a short pause, take a look at what's going on with Vince's car and show how this voltage regulator is not functioning correctly. All right, so here we are in the 46 Dodge. The cover is off the original voltage regulator, which we're suspecting is the problem. Our generator, we know, has been bench tested and works fine, but we're not getting any charging still. The reason for that is because of this cutout switch. Again, it is the only switch on the voltage regulator that is in a normally open position. When the key is on, it's supplying juice that should draw this closed. And as a simple test, when it stays closed, it will stay that way until the switch is turned off. We've noticed in our situation, even with the switch on, it is not drawing closed. But what we'll demonstrate here is what happens when it is. When I draw this closed, we have our belt disconnected from the generator. When I manually operate this, you can now see how the generator is spinning. All right, so again, I'm going to just demonstrate here. When we push in that cutout relay, we are now backfeeding the generator to turn it from a generator into a motor. This is what we call motoring the generator. When I release the switch, it stops. So the problem in this vehicle is our voltage regulator setup, specifically the cutout relay, which is not staying activated when the key is on to allow current to go from the generator and back into the battery. A new voltage regulator will solve the problem.